So let's break this down. How much do you really need per month in retirement versus what's coming in? Because the biggest thing we hear, the number one topic on every commercial, every TV show, everything out there is telling retirees they're going to run out of money. If you don't hire me, you're going to run out of money. If you don't have your money working for you, you're going to run out of money. Now let's actually break down what that means. You know what we're going to do? We're going to use a calculator. We're going to actually use a calculator to show people, will they really run out of money? And is there any truth behind this fear that dominates? It's the number one topic in all financial information for retirees, is preying on their largest fear, which is running out of money. So first, how much are people spending in America when it comes to the essentials? Let's break this down. Housing is roughly $1,500 a month. Transportation is around $600 a month. That's gas, obviously cars, expenses. Food is around $600 a month. Healthcare expenses, another $600 a month, which brings us to a grand total of about $3,300. $3,300 to $3,500 is actually what people are spending on average when it comes to these things. Now, let's start scratching our head, because if you're starting to say this doesn't make sense, you're on the right path. Because if we look at $1 million retiree, someone that has $1 million saved, and you start applying the goofy financial advising rules, let's start with their first rule, the 4% rule. That's $40,000 a year. 40,000, 4% times $1 million, 40,000. All right, well, 40,000, I got that. All right, so I'm going to write that number down off to the side. But then I'm going to actually make money. I hope my money's not under the mattress. If I'm paying a financial advisor, let's be very conservative and say 5%. Oh man, so that's $50,000. But 4% is 40,000. So I'm netting positive. I'm actually making money every year on the 4% rule if I'm only spending 40,000. But then, you know what most financial advisors don't like to bring it up? They like to bring it up at the beginning when they make you a client. They forget about Social Security. Because at the end of the day, the average couple running through our Social Security system is making roughly $6,000 a year. That's $72,000. I'm sorry, $6,000 a month, $72,000 a year. So when we break this down, and with AARP, they do this for us and make it very easy. If you're 55 to 64, you know what your average spending is? $6,000. $6,000 a month. What about when you get a little bit older, a decade older, 65 to 74? It goes down. Roughly $4,600 a month. What about the following, the third part of retirement, the 75 plus years? You go down to a little under $4,000, $3,800 a month. Why is this so important? Because if you do the math and you're saying to myself, wait a second, my Social Security is $6,000 a month. Before the 4% rule, before the 5% gain rule, you're absolutely correct. There is no mysterious retirement killer out there, booga booga, hiding in the shadows, looking for your retirement dollars. No, the booga booga, spooky Halloween gremlin is your financial advisor. Because they're the ones taking 1% to 2% out of your fees and out of your accounts every year without you paying attention. They're the ones taking $20,000 out of your retirement account so that you don't run out of money. But you're like, wait a second, $20,000 over a decade for $1 million accounts, $200,000 over a retirement is $600,000. So the real risk out there to running out of money in retirement isn't the stock market, isn't the 5% rule, or a 4% rule. It's not 5% growth. It's your financial advisor, because they're incentivized. Let's be very clear. When you spend any of your money, take a pay cut. It's that simple. It's inarguable. They charge a percentage of your life savings. So if you enjoy your money, take a pay cut. That is an inarguable fact that no one wants to talk about. It's the little dark secret that everyone wants you to ignore, and why they scare you about the price of bacon, about running out of money, about all of these scary things. You need your money to work for you. It got to work for you. And you're like, work for what? My Social Security covers all my spending. What are we doing? And if my money's in a money market, which it has been recently and I put it all in money market. Not saying you should do that, but even if you did, you're adding $50,000. You have $120,000 of money that doesn't touch your investments every year. 60,000-ish, 62,000 of literally Social Security, and another 50 or 60,000 of just gains from your million. And you're not touching your nest egg. And you're not going to be spending 120,000 unless you're living high on the hog. So when people tell you you're going to run out of money, please grab a calculator and call us. And we will do the math with you to show you that is their only trick, is to keep your money in the stock market going up and down so that they need you. When it goes down, you need me to bring it back, don't you? When the money goes down, you need me, don't you? They create this codependency of them to help you ride the roller coaster versus adding any real value or shedding any real light in the realities of retirement spending. So don't let them scare you into taking more risk than you need. Hop off the roller coaster, get a second opinion, and see what's really going on under the hood of your retirement before you make decisions that could cost you 30 or 40% of your retirement life savings in market risk, 30 to 40% of your, obviously, retirement life savings in long-term care risk going into nursing home, or 30 to 40% risk of fees going to your financial advisor over the next 30 or 40 years. And don't get me started on them ignoring the tax issues of your IRA. That could be another 20 or 30% of your retirees. That's how you lose in retirement, is not planning against the predictables by adding real services in your retirement, Randy. And that's exactly why we do a complimentary roadmap for every client to ensure they get the second opinion of what's really going on with their life savings.